what I think about Mike being gone from the game is thank fucking God. I've wanted him out since I met him. That was my entire goal. And I made absolutely sure that I told people that was my goal. I didn't want him out before merge. I wanted him out after merge. And I finally got what I wanted.
How do I feel about Mike exiting? Like it was overdue. Like, I mean, he's the only person who played a dumber game than me, I think. Like, he's just young and cocky, too smart for his own good. There was no way he wasn't going to be the vote this last one. There was no way. So my thoughts, I don't really care. Like, I don't care enough about him to really care. Like, certain people in this game hate him. I don't hate him. I think he's a little bit smug. I think he's arrogant. And I think he, got what he deserved. And I think he was a little past due. I feel like he should have been gone a little sooner.
It was a unanimous vote. We all wanted him out, so he went out. He's gone. He's goodbye. Like, good riddance. I genuinely don't hate him or anything like that. I just think he's confused. Like, I don't think he understands how to play the game, and he's telling us we don't understand how to play the game, but we still here, bro. And you're not here. So I think you got it mixed up. And that's that.
So my thoughts on Mike exiting the game are simple. Thank you. Survivor gods have answered my prayers. Things went as planned for once. That never happens in Survivor. So, props to everybody for keeping their word.
There was a bit there where I wasn't sure if it was best for my game for him to go. I actually tried to talk to Fan Guy about getting rid of either Rochelle or Aspen to split them up. Because of the possibility of them getting to the final three and taking each other to the end. But he was just too much of a wild card. I couldn't trust him. So it worked out in the end. Fan Guy and I have made a deal. I get that he didn't vote, or he voted against Infinity, which I assumed was a final three. At this point in the game, I'm just going where my gut tells me to go. I have no more allies. I think that Fan Guy knows if he goes to the final three with Aspen and Rochelle, that they will vote him out if they have the chance. And I have tried to reiterate that to him.
I'm on the bottom of Aspen and Rochelle Alliance. I'm number 3. I'm on the bottom of Dazed and Infinity Alliance. I'm number 3. So for me, being number 3 on both, I've got to take. Sorry, I just couldn't resist. I got to take one out from each. Infinity had her hands in the most alliances, and I trusted her the least of those players, so she was the first one who has to go. Mike, I'm not even counting. Mike's gone. So next week, next vote, I'm going to have the choice to go with with Aspen and Rochelle to the final 3, where I know I'm number 3, or I team up with Dazed, who I believe is going to take me to the finals, because I think he knows I can't win the finals. And so I would rather go with Dazed and try to make the finals than go with Aspen and Rochelle, where I know I'm number 3. So for me, from a strategic standpoint, it makes the most sense to take out one person from one of the alliances and make that other person who's still in the game more loyal to me as a result. Even though I just took out our alliance member, now I'm really the only person he can trust. And oddly enough, he can trust me. I don't know how this is going to all play out, but I am planning on voting with him next vote. And hoping he doesn't turn on me. He's more than capable of it, especially after I did that to Infinity. So I just don't know. But my plan at this particular moment is to vote with Dazed against Rochelle and Aspen at the next vote.
I'm working on getting Aspen and Fan Guy to take me to the final 2 if I can't get there myself. Rochelle's up for grabs. I'm not sure I can beat her in a final 2. She's won at least 2 challenges. I've only won 1. A Fan Guy's won 1. I don't think Aspen's won any. And I think our social games are pretty even. That's really all I have for right now. Thank you, Stubbs. Very cool. I appreciate it. That's all I have for right now.
Obviously, we are going to want Dazed to go next. We're going to try to stick together and stay strong. I told him I'd work with him, but I don't know. I really want to keep my team here and get us to the final 3. That's what I'm hoping for. And my plan is simple. To get from final 4 to final 2 is win immunity. I can't really trust anybody. I don't know what nobody will do, so I need to win. I don't know if Van Guy and Dazed are working together. For all I know, they are, because he thought that they would work together to get Rochelle out, and that didn't happen. But you never know. You never know when somebody feeling flippy floppy, like my ears.
My odds of winning are slim. I'm not just saying that. That's not like a tactic or anything. My odds of winning this game are extremely slim. But it has nothing to do with Mike leaving. Like Mike was just irrelevant. He was freaking irrelevant. The only person I think was working with them was Infinity, maybe. But other than that, so Mike being gone doesn't change anything for me. I think the game is wide open for the other 3 people that are in the game with me. I think I have the worst odds. Then I would say Aspen's next. And then I think Dazed and Rochelle are going to be playing for first. Or whichever one of them brings me to the finals.
Honestly, who I most want to go to the final 2 with is Fan Guy, because I feel like we have a better chance than me and Dazed. You know, I want Team AOL to, I want Team Yahoo to have to choose from Team AOL, basically, you know. Like, I don't want it to just be all them go for Dazed and my team goes for me. I want to make it hard on them. Why not?
I've already turned on Infinity. My problem, and it's not really a problem, right? It's that I actually developed friendships with these people. And when you do that and you have to vote them out, they take it personally. I would. So I assume they will, to some degree. I still don't think I've flat out lied to anybody yet, though. I have not told a lie. Even whenever the vote was Infinity, I even told Dazed, the vote was going to be Infinity or Rochelle, but I didn't say how I voted or who I voted until he straight up asked me if I voted for Infinity, and I told him, yeah, I did. So I haven't lied to anyone yet, but I've lost Infinity's vote. I'm going to lose, if I turn on Aspen or Rochelle, I'm losing their vote. If I turn on Dazed, I'm losing his vote. And then if I end up in the finals with Aspen or Rochelle, whichever one of them isn't in the finals with me, Aspen or Rochelle, whichever one isn't, they're going to vote for the other one of them. So I pretty much have no jury votes.
Fucking won that thing, man. I was excited. I was nervous. At the end, I refreshed and I slowly moved down the screen to see who won because I knew I needed to win. And I pulled it out. It was a must win. I felt that although Fan Guy was telling me he wanted to go to the final two, ultimately, if I didn't win, it probably either they voted me out 3-1 or it was Fan Guy and me voting a tie against Aspen and Rochelle, and it would have to go to fire.
So with Days winning, it definitely threw a wrench in the game, you know? Like, it was like a shot to the heart, man. Like, oh, my team. Oh, we worked so hard to get here, and now this happens, of course. So that sucks, obviously. Not too excited about having to decide which way to go. And I know, ultimately, that I'm going to be the deciding vote because it's either me stick with my girl or Fan Guy, I'm sure, convince Days to go with him, and they'll go like that. So I don't know. It's going to be hard.
First off, AOL survived a long time. They almost went 4 for 4 in getting out Team Yahoo. Well, no, because we got it. I don't count Aspen being voted out as getting her out because she came back. And I kind of figured she would. Right now, it's been since Aspen and I had that chat, I'm slowly working on her. You know, I messaged her earlier today saying, hey, best of luck on the challenge. and she messaged me before the challenge, right before it happened, saying, "Hey, whatever the outcome is, I just want you to know that I want to work with you." So I think those conversations have paid off. As far as today goes, Fan Guy ignored me all day. I tried to hit him up early when I got to work, saying, "Hey, that was a unanimous vote. These are some of my thoughts," and he just never responded to me. But I saw him online all day, and I would see Aspen and Rochelle hop online while he was online. So I knew they were chit-chatting, which made me all the more paranoid that I needed to win this. But for now, I gotta get them to make a deal.
I'm always making deals. You always gotta be that type, you know? Like, I always gotta promise somebody something and probably not hold up to it. Yeah, but that's the name of the game, man. That's how it goes. So, we'll see who I finesse next. Who will I finesse next?
I think it gotta be Fan Guy, because like I said, and what I will continue to say, I trust Aspen way more. I don't know why people keep thinking we're a duo. It's not because of that. It's just like, I mean, I don't go behind her back and she don't go behind my back. And that's the only reason why we're close, okay? So if you don't go behind my back, we're close, bitch. But Fan Guy did. Which is some fuck up shit. Like, the only reason why I started talking to Days in Infinity is because Days in Infinity told me that Fan Guy was going behind our backs and telling them our business. But I really like Fan Guy. I don't want him to leave. But like I said, I trust Aspen more.
I was gonna work with Days, so with him winning, it's me. I'm going. Aspen and Rochelle are closer to each other. Days isn't really talking to me. So even though I thought it was going to be 2v2 and I was going to work with Days to go after the other two, I don't think he's wanting to do that anymore. I guess he'd rather go against them two, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. But as long as he keeps it real with me and lets me know he's voting for me, you know, he'll still probably get my jury vote. But if he just ignores me or doesn't talk to me, then he doesn't for sure.
I'm gonna just make sure it's not me by throwing out the other person's name to the other person. Like, and Fan Guy like, "Hey, how can we get Rochelle out?" Or hitting Rochelle like, "Hey, what we gonna do to get Fan Guy out of here?" So I'm just gonna try to play both sides, right in the middle. You know, just creep on by, and hopefully that'll get the attention off of me for once.
I actually really like Fan Guy. I do, and I understand kinda why he felt the need to talk to Infinity and Days behind our backs and tell them all our business. However, him doing that rubbed me the wrong way a little bit. So I trust Aspen more than Fan Guy, and with that being said, Fan Guy needs to leave. And when Fan Guy goes, it's gonna be 2 against 1. And I do not plan on losing another fucking challenge to Days. Hopefully Aspen and I win one challenge, and then we'll kick Days out, and then we'll be the final 2.
If they want me to go, they want me to go, and nobody's really talking to me about the vote, so it's gonna be me. I mean, there's like, sometimes you just know it's your time, and it's my time, so it is what it is.
I'm gonna try to sway somebody to vote for whoever else that I need to vote out tomorrow, because I'm not trying to leave. Like, I made it this far. I'm not going to get voted out this time.
So they've basically got to go with what I want, unless they want to go to fire. So I can't take Rochelle and Aspen together. So it has to be one of those two. So Fan Guy's gonna have to roll with me.
It's no hard feelings.
No,
regardless.
no, there's not. At this point, there's really not. It's just, I mean, only one person can win. So it's just,
I mean, exactly. It gotta be one of us.
right.
So if it's not me, I'd rather it be like one of you three.
Yeah, I agree. I literally could not have picked like a better final group to be with. I mean,
Like, I'm not.
it's got to be me, you, or Aspen tonight. I mean,
I mean,
it's one of us.
I think it's just me or you.
I believe that. I firmly believe that too. I 100% am with you.
Yeah. So,
I think they're kind of in control unless you or I like just do something crazy.
exactly.
So it's like that's just kind of the beauty of these games. Is people, you never know who's like. You're like, well, I know you're telling this person this, and you're telling me this,
Mhm.
and it's like, who's? I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm like, it's too much. Sometimes I'm tired. Like, I just got off of work. I'm so tired.
Yeah, yeah. Much love, no matter what. That's.
Yes, exactly.
I'm not gonna. I promise. If I think I'm going, I'm not gonna write a novel on the board.
Exactly. I don't have time to do that shit.
And you're over here tonight, so if I'm looking over here, I'm looking at you. Like,
Oh,
yeah. Nothing but love, seriously, from my heart.
yes, me too.
And I guess I'm gonna try to make tribal here in an hour. And I'll see you then if you're there.
Okay. I mean, I hope I don't fall asleep. But
Yeah, I'm right with you. I'm tired as fuck. I mean, frick.
yeah.
Sorry, Nick.
No, I cuss all the time.
Oh, do you? Cool. I do in my
Yeah.
confessionals, and I'm just like, they're gonna edit it out if they don't want it anyway.
Will they? I'm sorry.
I don't know.
'Cause I do it a lot, actually.
Yeah, I don't care if they do or don't. It's just kind of how I talk. So it is what it is.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, I can't really cut it out.
Yeah, nah.
Oh,
Yeah.
shoot.
But yeah, go get you some good sleep, and
Yay.
I'll catch you in the near future, one way or another.
Okay. It was nice talking to you.
And you as well.
Bye, bad guy.
Later.
So, man, what is up? What are you thinking about as far as who would you want to sit next to? I guess is my real question. What's the benefits of you sitting next to either of us?
Before I can even get to the final two, or before I can even get to the finale, I've got to make it to the final two. I'm only in the final three right now.
Right.
And for me right now, I think in the back of my mind says that if I was to go to the final three with you and Rochelle, I'm on the outs. Like, I would have to win immunity to get myself into the final. So I think I have to split the two of you up, but I will not be voting for you. You've been straight up with me, willing to talk to me, willing to work with me, and I like that. So I can't send a vote your way, which means I can't vote for Fan Guy, so I can only vote one other way. So
yeah, I feel that. And dude, honestly, I came into it thinking like I have no idea which way to go. I kind of am in the middle here, but I'm starting to think that it would really be hard for me to beat Rachel in the end. Beat Rochelle. Sorry.
No, you're good.
But I mean, I just know that she would probably have a better chance of winning, dude, just because she has won more challenges than me. She's been here the whole time. She hadn't got voted out, and that's kind of why I would rather go to top two with you, just because we both have been to, on the outs and had to work our work again. And I feel like that's more respectable than,
kind of puts us on even footing for the most part.
Right. Other than us going against somebody who's been in the game the whole time or whatever,
Well, I mean, for me, like, I walked into an already formed alliance. Like, I was on the bottom of that and had to try to maneuver my way through it. It's kind of the underdog. I mean, it'd be two underdogs sitting at the end, which is kind of cool.
Yeah. I mean, I think so too. Like now that I'm kind of putting stuff into perspective and I can see the finish line a little bit, I think that is we have a better chance. It's more even that way,
Yeah.
just
If me and Fan Guy are going to vote Rochelle, if the two of you vote together, the only vote y'all could cast would be for Fan Guy. So it would be Fan Guy and Rochelle in the tie and going to fire.
um
So you would be safe.
mm, okay. Yeah.
So
Well,
it's,
if that's the case, yeah.
and then
Hmm.
if you
But
just went ahead,
I guess I just want to figure out how to not not, you know, hurt her feelings about it, like I don't know if I should just be straight up and tell her I'm voting for her, or should I just vote for her and then don't say anything.
I mean, you are definitely in a peculiar position, um,
Right.
because at least in my eyes, if Fan Guy is being honest with me, he's going to vote for Rochelle, because he's kind of on the same mindset. If he gets to the final three, well, it's not going to matter for him anyways. Um, but he sees her as a threat also,
Mm-hmm.
especially in competition. So you'll make it there either way. But it's up to you whether you want to vote her out or you want to keep that relationship and send her and Fan Guy to fire. Um,
Right.
I mean, it's completely up to you. I'm not gonna tell you to go either way.
Yeah.
Um, I can just tell you where my lies, and it's not for you.
Mhm. Well,
So,
thanks. I appreciate that, man, for sure. I really do. I want you to know for sure, like I'm not sure what I'll do, but if I do, you know, vote for Fan Guy, is strictly strategical. It don't have nothing to do with me
oh,
not, you know what
it
I mean?
makes sense to me. Like I get what you have you have a chance of bringing her along, and if she doesn't win that competition, then you say, hey, I still voted for Fan Guy, and just left it up to how the cards would fall. So I get it. I get it.
Right.
I mean, if like say if I was in the same position with Infinity, I'd probably do the same thing.
I guess honestly, my last question would be: do you think that you could beat Fan Guy in the final too?
Um, looking at the jury votes, no, because I mean, I'm not sure because it could be if say it's me and Fan Guy at the end. Um, I mean, you and Rochelle might vote party lines and give him your vote. The only one I can really count on is Infinity, and Mike is going to be hit or miss because I feel like him and Fan Guy really went at it. Um, but I tried to feed his ego a bit, although I pissed him off in the end. So I mean, I really don't know because I don't know if Ibark is going to show up, and I don't know if that's going to be a randomized vote. And
Oh, true, true. Well, I mean, I think that's all I got. You got anything for me?
no, just try to put a pizza in the oven and have a drink and wait for this tribal council. What are you smoking? You out in your car?
Yeah,
You,
yeah.
you, you out there hotboxing?
Oh yeah. Hey man, I honestly do the recreational cannabis out here is amazing.
Do you think if you didn't win the safety, you'd be going home tonight?
Me?
Yes.
Oh, I it's a 3-1 advantage. Um, so yeah, I kind of have to assume that. That would be worst case scenario. I think maybe I possibly could have gone to fire, but I highly doubt it. So yeah, I probably would have went home.
Fan guy, the last tribal, we didn't get to hear from you. But before you left, you said something about you would have the hardest game in the long run. Can you explain that?
I mean, there's not really much to explain about that statement. You know, I think I made a lot of friendships in this game that are legit friendships. And I think at some point you have to start voting your friends out. And I think when you do that, your friends start taking it personally. So, I mean, I just feel close to like everybody really except for Mike. Before the like infinity on everyone minus Mike, I feel pretty close to. So it's just when you have to vote people out that you like, you just even if they're not going to take it personally, you feel like they're going to take it personally, even though it's not personal.
Rochelle, is it bittersweet that someone from Team AOI has to go home tonight?
I knew it would happen sometime. So I was like, I mean, I'm glad it happened really late in the game, I guess. But it is kind of bittersweet because I don't mind whoever goes home. If it's me, I'll still be happy that I made it this far.
Aspen, your thoughts?
Yeah, it's definitely tough. I didn't expect to have to do this. It's hard to break up the squad, and like everybody else said, we made genuine friendships, and now it's time to vote the people that we so that's hard.
Fan guy, your thoughts?
No, that's exactly it. I mean, I couldn't put it any better than that. You just, I can genuinely say I'm right here in this four with the exact three people I wanted to be in this four with. And when you start thinking ahead to the later points in the game, you kind of know these situations are possible and they could come up, and it's just the nature of the beast. At this point, I like everybody. So any way the vote goes, it's just I'm kind of gutted by it.
So Days, how do you decide who to vote for tonight?
I mean, I'll be completely honest. I can't. I'm secure in the final three. I can't go to the final three with duo. I think if anybody else was in my position and say Infinity was sitting in this four instead, and neither one of us won immunity, that would be something that you would have to break up. And I think for the most part, everybody knows where my vote lies tonight. So, I mean, that's all I can say for it.
So Rochelle and Aspen, I assume he's talking about you two.
Yeah.
Rochelle, what is your case that you should be in the final three?
Well, I mean, I don't even know how to say it because I think we all deserve to be in the final three. But if I had to say the reason why I should be, only because I feel like I'm not a threat. So you guys would win regardless if I was there.
Aspen, what is your case for the final three?
I guess my case would just be, like I kind of worked super hard to get back in the game and, form relationships and genuine bonds with people to not get voted back out instantly. And so I think that, I kind of earned that spot. I really have tried to do everything I can. I almost kept Mike from winning immunity, but I didn't. But, it's just, I feel like I put forth a lot of effort into, trying to come back in this game and play it.
Fan guy, what is your case for the final three?
I mean, I think almost everyone here has the exact same sort of resume on paper to be here. So it's really just kind of splitting hairs at this point. I think everyone everyone's earned their spot here, and any of the three of us that move forward have either played a game, it's kind of like outwit, outplay, outlast. There's just different phases of the game, and I think everyone has excelled in different areas. So, I think we all have good resumes that deserve the final three, if not the final two as well. But they're all, there's just so many different variables, and you gotta. It's tough to compare. It's like apples and oranges. It's like, should I put more emphasis on this or should I put more emphasis on this? But I think I have just as strong a case as anyone else. We all just have about the same case.
Aspen, do you think this jury will be a bitter jury?
I hope not. I honestly, that's got a lot to do with my vote tonight. Is I don't want to upset anybody, and potentially if I make it to the top two, lose out on the vote. I want to make sure that I still have solid relationships with whoever goes to the jury.
Days, do you think the jury will be a bitter jury?
It won't be a bitter jury except for one person, and that's going to be Mike.
True.
That's facts. I mean,
I'm so sorry.
Rochelle, how badly did you want to win the challenge yesterday to be safe?
I mean, I did want to win, obviously, but I don't know none of those screenshots. So I was like, am I the youngest for real?
You're the youngest left, yes.
How old are you?
21.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, I don't remember the 2000, but I mean, it's okay. I was like, I hope I guess right, and then I didn't, and I almost cried. So
It's been 3 weeks of this long game. Aspen, how did you end up here?
Honestly, I don't know. I sometimes ask myself how I ended up here too. I definitely had to put in a lot on the social side. I think my social game is what kept me here. Just these are people that I would talk to in real life. So I think that I formed a real connection with these genuine people, like especially Fanguy and Rochelle. Like, I don't know, that's my squad. And so it's no offense, Dave, but I mean, like, we've been
right
together
back
since
at
day
you, Chief.
one. We started this, so dang, it's so hard to be in the middle of a situation like this. Seriously, man.
Rochelle, after 3 weeks, how did you end up in the Final Four?
I mean, like Aspen said, because I was like, I really don't know. But I also think it's because of your relationships. Not even that much of the challenges, just knowing people, making connections, and then having people trust you probably got me ahead a little bit.
Fanguy?
Yeah, more of the same. I mean, really. I hate to just echo their answers, but it's true. I mean, for me, it was. I legitimately. I've been very straight up with everyone to a point. Like, I haven't. I have kept my word when I've given it, and I think if people feel like they can trust you and you trust them, it was just a matter of, for me, I think, of just trusting the right people, which was in some way, shape, or form every single person on this screen right here. So I mean, I think you just trust the people that you trust, and you just try to keep it straight up with them, and I think people appreciate that, and I think that's what boils down to a lot of the social game aspect of it for me.
Now, Dazed, you did not start with Team AOI. You started with the slightly more dramatic Team Yahoo. How did you get here?
it was tough because I came in late. There was already kind of bonds within that team. So you got to reach out to people. You can't expect them to come to you. You have to reach out to them, try to initiate a conversation, and just go from there. That's be it reaching out to Mike initially or Infinity, or after the merge, reaching out to Fanguy and Rochelle, and even Aspen. Although I didn't talk to her for like the first part of the game, I mean, you got to put yourself out there, try to bridge the gap that you've put between other people, and just talk to them. And I'm not normally a social person. It's different being behind a camera or behind a screen, but I think that's what's gotten me this far so far.
This is the final question, and everybody has to answer. No cop outs. Fanguy, who do you think is the best person you'll be sitting against for you to sit against in the final two?
Really, you're just gonna let me answer that one first, okay? Specify your question. Who's the person that I think I would have the best chance at beating?
Winning.
Okay. I guess probably Aspen, because I think her resume is as close to mine. We have the fewest challenge wins out of everyone here, and I feel like Dazed was from Yahoo, so he, obviously him and Mike aside, but Mike hates me too. So like, I'm sure if I ended up in a final with Dazed somehow, Mike would just be like rolling in like, I don't want to vote for anyone. So I think it's just a matter of I think Rochelle has a lot of comp wins, so I really can't fight her on that front, and me and Aspen both have like one immunity win each, so I think if I had any chance, it would probably be against her, but I still don't think favor my chances there.
Rochelle, who do you think you have the best chance of beating in the final two?
I don't know. I want to cop out. Hard to pick. I would say I don't want to bring him up anymore, but I would say Days, only because I know Mike don't like you. It's kind of sad, but it's true. So probably him.
Dazed?
I've been thinking about this all day, and I don't think I win against Rochelle. Aspen and Fanguy are kind of a toss-up for me. Aspen and I talked about this earlier. I don't know where Ivarka sits, how that vote's going to go down, so that worries me. If I'm sitting next to Fanguy, it could be Rochelle and Aspen voting for him, and it could be possibly Mike and Infinity voting for me, and then a random vote. If I'm sitting next to Aspen, it could be Fanguy and Rochelle voting for Aspen. Mike doesn't like me, so he might vote for Aspen, but there's still that random vote that I don't know which way it's going to go. So honestly, I mean, those two are my best options. But as it stands right now, I couldn't tell you which one benefits me more. They're pretty much equal for me.
But if you had to flip a coin and choose one, who would it be?
Probably Fanguy, because I don't think Mike's gonna vote for him.
Aspen, who do you think is the best for you to win in the final two?
Yeah, I mean, like everything everybody else said, obviously, but I mean, I guess probably Fan Guy, just for the reasons that he said. For me, you know, we are kind of on the same page. Dazed, I feel like he has some votes on the jury, and so I don't know how that would kind of go well, and I don't know. Obviously, if me and Rochelle, I'm just now noticing how much people think that we're a threat. You know, I guess I didn't really realize it, but I mean, yeah, nobody wants to sit next to us, and so I don't know. It's hard to say because I want to make sure that we all continue to still be close, and nobody is. Nobody has hurt feelings after this is over.
None of us are going to be writing a 3-page manifesto once we get knocked out or anything. Like, none of us are going to go on there and talk about how the world hates us and how we're so ugly and that's why everyone hates us and stuff like that. Like, nobody's going to do that. So just
checking.
spoiler alert, that's not going to happen from this group.
Got to vote tonight, and I got to stick with what I said in Tribal, that I cannot allow a duo to remain together going into the final three. So, sorry, Rochelle. Best of luck to you. You're awesome. I wish I could have got to know you a little bit better, because I love me some Aries. But I wish you the best. I really do.
This sucks. This vote sucks. I hate this vote, but I think this is my only way of staying in the game. And I like every single person that's left, but my vote's gonna have to be for Rochelle. I'm so sorry. I love you to bits, and it's either me or you tonight. So it's kind of a bummer either way, but I guess I hope it's you other than me. So with a heavy, heavy heart, I have to vote Rochelle.
Okay, so who I'm voting for tonight, it saddens me. Okay, if I could cry on the spot, I would cry right now. But I have to vote out Fan Guy because I just know that Dazed and Fan Guy are gonna vote me out. And then me and Aspen, hopefully, are voting Fan Guy out, and then we're gonna get a tie. I already know it, but that's my vote.
My vote is for Fan Guy just because I don't want to have to be the one to break up the team. Let's let them fight it out and see who wins.